What do single women have to understand about Singaporean men here?
Men are very logical by our nature,
Mm-hmm.
so it can take a bit of time for us to kind of loosen up and get out of that logical mode,
Mm-hmm.
especially if we've been working all day and we've been in an office and we've been working with numbers and things like that, and it's very hard just to sort of instantly change out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So really have some empathy about that, and have some empathy around the fact that not all guys are very confident.
Mm-hmm.
So give them a chance. So like really, I know it sort of sounds, silly, but
Mm-hmm.
really give them a chance and encourage them.
Mm-hmm.
So show interest, because basically for us guys, the whole time we're in an interaction with a woman, if we weren't confident yet, we'd be thinking, do I need to say this? Or if I say that, is she going to be upset? And they're just interested. So it's almost like you need to help him be at ease. So just even through your body language, if you could just be looking at him with a smile and just making eye contact with him,
Mm-hmm.
so you're listening to what he's saying.
Right.
And then also when there are gaps in the conversation, help him out. Don't just stand there and wait for him to say something else, because he's thinking, oh no, I don't know what to say, and then he'll just leave if he doesn't know what to say. Like, guys will do that, even if you were interested. So where there are gaps in the conversation, just help pick up the slack and help him out a bit and help get a conversation going until he feels comfortable. Now, at the same time, if you've given him a bit of a chance for maybe 5 minutes and he's still really, really struggling,
Mm-hmm.
then maybe he just needs a bit more practice, and maybe he's not a good match for you if you want a guy who's a bit more confident. So
Right.
don't be afraid to, just be polite, but don't be afraid if a guy really just isn't really the sort of guy you're looking for. It's his mission as a man to find a way to be better at that sort of thing. So
Right.
in a way, you're kind of not really doing him a favour if you're helping him out too much. Because really, I think there's no excuse in this day and age to not work on this part of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, Singaporean men may be at a bit of a disadvantage because they're probably actively discouraged from meeting women as when they're younger, because it would be focused on study.
Yeah.
I imagine that's even the same for Singaporean women. But yeah, they need to know that there are ways that they can learn more about it,
Mm-hmm.
and I definitely encourage them to look into it.
So you're going to be in Singapore again, conducting like workshops and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Can you tell me more about it?
Well, I'm going to have to come back to do a live weekend event that we do.
Mhm.
So there's we've got a 3-month online training course, but part of that is obviously in-person training.
Right.
So I'll be here doing a weekend training, and then probably about every couple of months to do in-person training with the clients. So, which is when we actually go to a social setting, and I'll be helping them to actually go and talk to people. And
Like women out
yeah.
there. Oh,
So
okay,
for real,
that's cool.
so you could call it like a live fire exercise, but yeah. So because obviously the best way to learn is by doing it, and they basically just need to realize that when they communicate from a better place,
Mhm.
when they're genuine, when they just let go of the outcome and just relax a little bit more.
Mhm.
There's a great expression that says, "She feels what you feel."
Mhm.
So if you can just be more relaxed, then you're going to make the woman feel more relaxed as well. And obviously, when women are meeting men, if they can try and be as relaxed as possible, then obviously it's going to help the men to feel relaxed as well. So what we do is we obviously take them into the environment so they get some experience in it, and they will be walking up to women and meeting them. We show them how to do that, and how to start conversations, how to keep conversations going, how to get phone numbers, everything like that, so that when they can go out and practice that,
Mhm.
and then through that they get more confident, because confidence really is just familiarity. So once they do that enough times, they just get confident at it, so they're feeling a lot more relaxed, and they're not making the woman nervous or making themselves nervous anymore,
Right.
and it just goes a lot better. So, and then
Oh.
when they're in that place, then when they do meet the right person, it just goes so much better, and they're actually in a position to do something about it instead of losing out on that opportunity that they may never ever get again,
Mhm.
because they just didn't know what they were doing. So yeah.
Of course, being Cosmo, we're all about dating, relationships.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I remember when I was first learning about dating, because I used to be terrible at it, so I had to learn. And I remember Cosmo was actually a resource for me, because
Really?
yeah. So I remember reading Cosmo, and some of the more they had like sex tips and all this kind of thing, like what women like, and obviously,
Yeah.
or just like women's perspective on dating and all these different things. So yeah, Cosmo was actually quite a good resource to just find out like the women's perspective. And
Really? Can
yeah.
we quote you on that?
Yeah, you definitely can. Yeah.
I mean, it's always great for the magazine, right?
Yeah. So
It's like, if you want to be successful at dating as a man, Cosmo.
yeah, but it gives you an insight into the female perspective, and
Yeah, absolutely.
and I'm just thinking like I've made a system for this. Like there is a system that I've made that if every guy had this conversation would almost not even be happening. So yeah, it's just funny because I'm getting all these complaints from women about other guys.
Aw.
Like when I know it's good in a way because obviously it helps me get the female perspective again that I can share with my clients and further refine things. But yeah, it's just there's a lot of guys that need a lot of help. So
Yep, definitely.
and also just there's no shame in that. If anything, like, you know, they say the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing and not getting the result you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're not getting the result you want, you keep doing the same thing, they say that's insane, it's crazy. So it's okay just to say, hey, something I'm doing is not working. I need to try and do something different because otherwise I'm just going to keep getting the same result. So yeah, just try different things, like more than anything, and if you're not sure, and don't just try it once, like try it at least 10 times, and then if that doesn't work, then try something else 10 times, and then if that doesn't work,
Right.
like a lot of people say they've tried everything, but all they've done is they've just kept trying the same thing over and over and over again, instead of actually trying something different. So, yeah. So actually try something different. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank
No,
you
you're
guys
welcome.
for arranging this as well.
Yeah.
no worries.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks for coming.
Is there any way we can reach you directly? Or do
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have to
sure.
go through-
Right.
Yeah, so ben at .com.au. It's the best way to get me.
Okay, got it.
That was good. You got my number, pretty much.
Well done.
Good skills.
Well, I always use this as an excuse to get
Ah,
out of
yeah,
this,
yeah.
so, yeah.